Yo, what's going on, everybody? I am your host, Cobra Kai Underground, and welcome to the podcast episode 20. And and in tonight's uh podcast, we are going to talk about part three of Cobra Kai and more topics. So I hope you all enjoy the podcast for tonight, and like, share, comment, and subscribe, of course. And with all that being said, um, here is my friend and co-host Melissa.
Bonsai, how's it going? How's it going, everybody? Hope
Hey,
everybody's
what's
having
up?
a
What's
good
up?
hey, hope everyone's having a good start to a good weekend.
Yeah.
Hey Jim Tim, how's it going?
Wait. Damn. I can't see his. I can't see his comment. Um, for some unknown reason. Yo, what's up, Jim Tim?
Yeah, um, I can't see it on here on the StreamYard either.
Um,
I don't I don't know.
y- 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 yeah, I'm, yeah, I am seeing it on the main YouTube app,
Yeah, me
but I
too.
can't see it on Restream for some reason. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. Um, so is there anything you like to discuss or topics?
Well, we could discuss the trailer, like we could discuss what we're hoping to see in it.
Okay,
You can go first.
okay. Um, I don't know how long the length of the trailer will be, but if I had to guess, I would probably guess a minute and 30.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. Or maybe a minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds about right. Well, uh, um,
Yeah.
well, I am, yeah, I am checking the chat on here, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Jim Tim's comments
yeah,
still aren't appearing.
yeah, but I am seeing it on the main YouTube itself, though.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I don't get it why it's doing that. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. Uh, um, let's see. We can uh uh talk about top five or top three characters.
Yeah. We can.
The hype is dead. Yo, what's up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, hype is dead. Yep, hype is dead. Hello. Yeah, yeah, it really is dead. But that's more on Netflix than anything. It's
Yeah,
like they're doing nothing to promote this season. I
still
think
no trailer
we
for Cobra.
we may get
Yeah,
it. I think there's a chance we could get it on Monday.
Y- yeah, Monday or Tuesday, one of those days.
Yeah, the sooner they get it out though, the better. I mean, it should be Monday, as soon as possible.
Yeah, yeah, because the marketing for part six in general was not good.
Mhm. Yep. They allowed they allowed the leaks to do the marketing for them, and it screwed everything up.
Yeah, yeah, it yeah, it, it basically did, honestly.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it did. So you said you wanted to do like top favorite characters?
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Yeah. Do
why not?
you want to go first?
Um, um, how about how about you go first?
All right. Okay. Well, my top favorite character is Miguel. He's just got so much he's just got so much energy. He's got so much he's really the heart of this show. And he proves it time and time again at each and every season.
Yeah,
It's just I love his interactions with Johnny, with Sam, with all of the characters. I mean, everywhere he goes, he just brings he just brings the light. And it's like nothing can go wrong when when he's around. And it's just like he'll tell you like exactly how it is. He won't beat around the bush or anything. He just the way he connects with people and the way he allows the way his character Zolo
yeah,
Zolo too just connects with fans is just truly incredible. You see why he's the Karate Kid.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
do.
he care like yeah, Robbie may have been the captain, but he carried Miyagi-Do in the Sekai Tekai. He's the reason that they advanced as far as they did, as much as they did. I mean, and when Robbie wasn't leading, he was. I mean, he was giving Robbie the push that he needed to be a leader. It's like you have the opportunity of a captain to be, you have the opportunity of a lifetime to be captain and you're completely blowing it. You know what being captain would have meant to me. So either man up or admit that I'm fighting better with you, better than you, and hand it over. Those lines, like that line was just pure gold.
Yeah,
That
it was.
he was just telling Robbie straight out. It's like the heck what in the world is going on with you? You are a captain and you're completely and we need you to man up and be on your game and you're blowing it. You're allowing your own personal feelings over Tori's decision get in the, get in the way. You know you can do better. I know you can do better than this. You know you can do better than this. You're not giving it your 100%. You're going to be the reason why you may be the reason why we're here, but you're going to be the reason why we come home with nothing.
Right.
And it's like this is why Miguel is the Karate Kid. Like he just is.
Yeah, I
And every
totally
scene
agree
that
with
he's
you.
in, and every scene that he's in, he just he goes all in. Whether that's whether that's in karate or his scenes with Johnny, his scenes with Sam, he just he just goes all in. And like I said, he carries Robbie may be captain, but he was the reason that they made it as far as they did. Johnny may be the sensei, but he's the heart.
Yeah, he is.
All right, your turn now.
Okay. Um. I I know that he is not in the show, but his spirit is, and he's taught uh Daniel Sam so much. But my first pick is Mr. Miyagi.
I would go with that. I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Miyagi did have his did have his funny moments. Oh
Oh
my,
yes.
yeah,
And his spirit is definitely felt in the show.
yeah. Um, and um, and the jokes that he would tell. Oh my god, it
Let's
had
be
me
real here.
dying.
Let's be real here. If Johnny, if Mr. Miyagi had been in Cobra Kai, Johnny and Daniel's rivalry wouldn't even be a rivalry anymore. There would be
Yeah,
no Johnny and Daniel rivalry. Like he would have set them both straight.
yeah. Um,
He'd tell them to grow up and get out of the past. He told,
yeah. Um. Oh no. Um.
oh no, not this loser again.
Okay, dude. I am gonna block you real quick
Yeah.
and ban you later. Anyway, back to the topic. Let's see. Um,
Yeah.
my second one. has got to be uh Sam LaRusso.
Okay.
Uh because she has went she went through so much this show. um uh um um yeah, from from Tyler, um through everything that she's been through, and her evolution throughout the show, and her character arc was amazing in my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely what it's definitely been very good. My problem is that they haven't done much with her storyline wise since season 3. I mean, she's had great growth, great development,
Yeah,
but it's like there's no now we need a storyline that really shows that. And hopefully in part 3 we get that. I was hoping we get it in part 2 where they're finally like acknowledging Sam's leadership skills the way that they should, through her being captain. That's why I hate the fact that they had Tori rejoin Cobra Kai because on John Kreese's Cobra Kai, because I wish they would have had her. I wish they would have had Tori stay because we all know that Tori and Miguel, like, yes, Robbie and Sam would have been the captains, but it would have been Miguel and Tori that would have been carrying those teams together.
yeah,
Um,
I agree.
and she and while Miguel was giving Robbie the brotherly push that he needed to lead, Tori, you better believe Tori would have been pushing Sam into being a leader. She would have been I mean, like, let's say if that let's say if we had let's say when we had that scene in the locker room scene, if Tori was in Devin's place, and Tori Tori was tell talking to Sam, and Sam told her to sit back down. Um And do you think that you think that Tori would have actually sat back down, unlike Devin?
Oh no,
No, she wouldn't
Tori
have.
would uh yeah, Tori would not hesitate.
I mean, she wouldn't have fought Sam, but
Yeah.
like she definitely would have pushed back. Like, no question. Like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, Sam was absolutely right in that scene. She was right to tell Johnny off. She was right to put Devin in her place. But I'm just talking about, like, if she would have told Tori, like if Tori would have gotten Sam's face, and Sam told her to sit back down, Tori would have, like, she would have pushed Sam back. Like, and that would have been like her saying, you're captain and you're not even doing anything to lead us. You're following when you should be leading.
Yeah, that yeah, that is what exactly
I
what
You have all these
Tori
doors open.
said.
You have all these doors open to you. You have all these doors open to you, and while I have nothing, I would have killed to be captain, and you're completely blowing it.
Oh, oh my God. Um, everyone talks about Sam not having an arc, since season 3. But what about my character?
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on don't even let me get me started on you, Hawk, like, cause what they did to you was absolutely was absolutely shameful, like, them having you them, like them making you a champion and then doing nothing with you to the point where they have you losing constantly to Kenny,
Yeah,
and where they build up his character more than they do yours is an absolute is absolutely disgraceful. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Even though Hawk did have his moments, good and bad.
Hawk you you had your moment. You had your moment, but it was like it's like to the point where people are asking, like, what's the point of this character even being on here now?
Yeah.
You know?
Uh,
I would have preferred to see you grow as a fighter rather than see you not grow as a champion.
I'm gonna guarantee Silver gonna sabotage the tournament because Wolf is his partner.
Oh yeah, there's not even a question. Oh yeah, absolutely. Not even a question. Silver is definitely gonna sabotage that tournament.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be Johnny's Cobra Kai that walks away with the win.
Wait. Hold on. Um. Wait. I don't. Hold on. I don't think I did.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Oh, what
But,
was the
um but anyway,
question? The hype is dead. I don't know. Um. Oh. I'm sorry, Melissa. What were you saying again?
no, I was just saying that they that I would have preferred to see them build Hawk up as a fighter rather than rather than them not building him up as a champion.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, I wish they would have had that too a little bit. Yeah, the Hawk and rivalry Yoon. But uh, and also too is like Tori also would have told Sam is like basically what Miguel is telling Robbie in that sense. You know, you have all these doors open to you. I would have killed to be captain, and you're completely blowing it. Like you're not even trying. It's like you're just it's like we need you to lead and you're just following. We don't need another follower, we need a leader. And if you're not going to lead, then hand over the captain's headband and I'll lead for you. And I'll lead for everyone here.
uh, yeah. Yeah. Um. Are you talking about um
Yes, I'm talking about
Miguel?
Sam and
Yeah.
Tori.
Okay.
I'm talking about if no, I'm talking about Sam and Tori. If Tori had been on Miyagi Do during part two, I think like I mean Sam was right in that scene. She absolutely was right. She was definitely right to put Devin in her place. I'm just saying that if Tori had been in Devin's place and like when she stood up to Sam, like she wouldn't have sat back down when Sam told her to.
Y- y-
She would have
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
she would have gotten in Sam's face and she would have gotten in Sam's face and said and said said who said you said you might be wearing the captain's headband, but you're not acting like a like a captain at all. You're the one that has all these doors open. These You have opportunities that I can only dream of, and you're completely blowing it. All you're doing is following what everybody else says, and you're not taking the lead. We need you to lead, and you're just following. And if you're going to be a follower and not a leader, hand back your captain's headband because you're not worthy.
Yeah, I can see Tori saying that
And if you're, yeah, and
to
like that's
Sam.
what I'm saying. It's like Tori would have given Sam that push. Tori would have given Sam that push to show everyone, including herself, that she is worthy.
Y- y- Ye,
That's how it should have been, Hawk.
yeah, um,
Exactly. That's how it should have been.
yo, what's up? Talk Watch. Um,
Because you're not.
um, name 10. Yo, what's up? Underground. Yo, what's up, dude? What's up? Let's see. Here's what I would have done. Hawk and Yoon has that rivalry. Then Yoon would injure Dimitri to get back at Hawk, and then Dark Hawk returns and beats Yoon. Yo, honestly,
Exactly. Yep.
that
That's what should have
is,
happened.
yeah, that's not,
That is what should have happened.
yeah, that's not a bad idea. I can actually see that, honestly.
Instead, we get instead we get instead we get Dimitri whining about MIT, and we get Hawk and Dimitri arguing back and forth over it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it
Complete
really
waste of
is.
time. Honestly, I wish those scenes would have been deleted.
Hawk,
Cut out
bar-
entirely.
Hawk barely did anything in season 6, and he was just annoying like Dimitri. Um, I would say, I would say Dimitri was more annoying than Hawk, if that makes sense. Um,
Yeah, I would definitely say like Dimitri and Hawk were both annoying, but if I had to pick which one was more annoying than the other, I would say Dimitri
yeah, and
because he
yeah,
wouldn't
and
shut up about MIT.
uh, and the fact that Dimitri blamed Hawk for his breakup with Yasmin. Yo, that was not
Oh my
cool.
god.
Honestly, that part upset me. Don't blame your best friend for your problems.
Yeah, don't blame him because you screwed up.
Uh, Quan or Robbie? Yo, that is not even a
Not even a question.
question. Robbie, all the way.
Yep, Robbie. Not Robbie, Robbie, no question. No choice at all.
Quan is the best part of this season by far.
Oh, he's great as a villain, but I'm talking about overall character. Robbie.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie, um, um, and his story arc awesome story arc I've ever seen. Yeah, Robbie's story arc
No.
um is
Oh.
my favorite story arc in the series.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. I mean, Robbie's had one heck of a journey
Yeah.
this season. I mean, not this season. This series, he's really grown a lot. But his true growth started growing on me in season 3.
Um, is that when he was locked up, or
Oh yeah, the juvie arc.
oh yeah, okay, I remember. Let's see if I missed anything.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, but I'm just saying Quan carried this season for me.
Oh yeah, and that's totally fine. And that's totally Quan was a great villain.
Yeah,
Really great. He
everyone
was really
has
good.
their opinions.
Yeah. I mean, Quan was a really great. He's not a bad character. Like he really isn't.
I like Quan, but wish we had more screen time with him. Honestly, I think we had more screen time with Hawk than than anyone. Honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Um I do wish that Quan had a little bit more screen time, but at the same time, it's like trying to squeeze it in would have been pointless. It's like they brought him in to be a jackass to Robbie. They
Yeah,
brought him in, you know, and they brought him in to show Kreese why his way of Cobra Kai is wrong. Like that's why his death that is what his death is going to serve in part 3. Uh so it's kind of like I wish like Quan was a great character, great villain, but at the same time though, like he served his purpose in in in, in parts 1 and 2. And that was to show and that was to be a rival to Robbie to really give Robbie that drive that he needed in part 2 and to show Kreese why his way is the wrong way. Why no mercy needs to go.
yeah. Um,
Uh well, I wouldn't say that because like I said, part part 3 is going to be about Kwan's death for Kreese and him understanding now why his way w- is the wrong way and why no mercy needs to go. It needs to leave, needs to be eliminated. And Robbie was Yeah, I mean, I would agree. Robbie was in, but he was good. Miguel carried the team, like, really, he was the best. Tori
Yeah,
was good. I mean, Sam, she did. I wouldn't say she necessarily didn't do anything. She had some good moments. She didn't have an arc. But I'm hoping that part three changes that because she needs it.
yeah. Part three, marketing is calling our name. LOL. How long do we gotta wait? We better get something next week since it's gonna be 3 weeks. Yeah, I hope I hope we get something soon, like in a couple days soon.
I do too.
Um,
I mean, because John promised us that marketing was going to be the biggest marketing that we've ever had. That part three was going to be the biggest marketing that we've ever had.
yeah.
I think
Uh,
Hawk. I think Hawk. I think Axel will be. I think he'll be a villain for sure. Just like Johnny was in Karate Kid. In the I think he'll be a villain in the tournament, but outside of that, I think he'll be either more. I think he'll be more like an anti-hero, or maybe an anti-villain. But he'll be more anti rather than just straight up
oh,
because they gave him a lot of gray in part two.
oh, Axel. You talking about Axel?
Yeah, Axel.
All
Yeah.
right. Being a villain, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Polly's hideout. I think like Axel will either be betrayed, like outside of the tournament. I believe that I think he'll be more like of an anti like he'll be more like an anti either an anti villain or an anti hero. But in the tournament itself, he'll be more like a he'll be more like a villain because of what he does to Robbie. But like I said, um, outside of that tournament, outside of that space, he'll be more anti rather than straight up
Ye-
villain.
Yeah. Um, Axel
They made
is
Axel
a
too. Yeah, they made Axel what?
um um name 10 said that Axel is a broken character.
Yeah, he's a very complex character. He's like the very definition of gray. Like he's right there. He's more of a gray character than any character that we've had on this show.
I mean, Axel is Ivan Drago. Oh my god! Wow,
Yeah.
that's funny.
But I think that they gave him too much I think that they gave him too much gray to to really make him I think in all honesty, I think he's by the end of the show, I think he's going to switch to the dojo. I think he's going to get out of Iron Dragons with Sam's help. I think he's going to get out of Iron Dragons, and I think he's going to either join Miyagi-Do or Johnny's Cobra Kai. And I can see more being Miyagi-Do just because of his connection to Sam.
Yeah, yeah, I can see him joining Miyagi-Do as well.
Yeah. So wait, you want to hear the? Let's do the rest of the favorite characters.
Okay. Um,
Um, okay, you said Mr.
Mr.
Miyagi
Miyagi
and
and Sam.
Sam. All right. So for me, I'll do my second. Johnny.
Oh,
Like Johnny's really grown. Johnny has so grown so much since Karate Kid. Like what they've done with him is so amazing. It's like I would love to have Johnny as a sensei. Like cuz he's the most understanding character of them all because where every character's been, he's been there. Like he's really been there, and his relationship with Miguel has really brought out the human side of him.
yeah,
Like if Johnny does become the ex degenerate by the end of the show, it's going to be because of both Miguel and Robbie, but it's going to be mainly because of Miguel. Miguel
yeah,
started Johnny on that path.
yeah, and I like J- Johnny because he does not back down from any fight.
No, he doesn't. But what I'm hoping that they get rid of is him acting like a jerk when he needs to act like when he needs to act like a sensei and a partner. It's not, he needs to learn to run things with Daniel and not just run things on his own. He and Johnny are senseis. Daniel and Johnny are senseis together.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't like what they did with him in season 6, part 1. They dialed him way too far back.
yeah, they really
Like,
did.
and I'm not talking about necessarily in development, but in terms of maturity, they definitely did. Like, I mean, and that in turn hurt his development. Yeah, I get that, you know, they yeah, I get that they did Johnny and Daniel's whole bickering thing differently, where Johnny in the end chose to stick it out with the kids, but still, like you had Johnny so annoying and acting like a jerk, especially when Tori's mom died. Like
Yeah,
he was encouraging that fight when it was clear that Tori wasn't emotionally able. Like she was gonna literally hurt Sam, and he was just encouraging her to keep going.
yeah,
I mean,
and
and then when Daniel and Amanda were trying to calm Tori down, he had his opportunity to comfort her, and what did he do? He said, "Oh, you're just being biased. You're just being biased. You just don't want her to beat your daughter." Like that was ridiculous.
yeah,
Like that was
absolutely.
so that was so unnecessary. And yet Johnny is blaming Daniel. Like, so, oh, good going, LaRusso. We just lost one of our top fighters. Okay, seriously, after what just happened, after what you just witnessed, you're gonna actually throw all the blame on the Daniel. Well, where's your blame in all of this? And then when he disrespected Mr. Miyagi like that, I'm like, dude, you're talking about the man that saved your life.
Yeah,
I mean,
when
and he
he
did it
talked
again, and
about
and he did
him
it.
like that, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
I mean, I'm
Daniel.
not condoning Daniel's punching. I mean, I'm not condoning Daniel punching him in the face, but he was asking for it. I mean,
Yeah.
and he did it
At that
again
moment,
in
yeah.
season 6. I mean, in part 2. And he did it again in part 2. And it's like, oh, and it's like that's why I say Sam was right to call him out. It's like you keep blaming him and disrespecting him, and she, she even, she said I said you keep blaming us and acting like this isn't on you too. Like he just was blaming everyone and everything, and that was just like a major step back for his character because he needed to take some responsibility. And even when Sam was saying that, like not even Johnny could argue. What the guy who loves to yell quiet wasn't even arguing with her back because he knew that she was right.
Yeah.
And it's like he's complaining about doing things the Miyagi-Do way, but that's what he signed up for. That's what he signed up for when in part 1 in episode 1 when he agreed to join Miyagi-Do.
Oh, oh, um, yeah,
Oh, CVO's here. CVO's here.
yeah. I see him.
Yep.
How you say, love or scroll? Oh my god, that scene!
Yep.
I died
Yeah,
when he said that.
Amanda's a good character, Hawk. I like her too. But like Johnny needed to take some responsibility. Like I'm sorry, but him encouraging that fight at the end of episode 5 when he knew that Tori when he knew the emotional state that Toria was in, and the fact that she could have injured Sam, seriously hurt Sam, and Sam didn't even want to fight in the first place after she found out what happened to Tori's mom was wrong. Sam's his student too, not just Tori.
I'm not CVO. I'm just a fan account. All right.
Okay. Um.
Yeah.
All right. So who's your third
Oh,
favorite
that's a
character?
hard one. Uh, Robbie.
Okay.
Um, huh?
How come?
Because um, uh, the stuff that he went through, uh, in his art, um, he be Robbie basically is a street kid, and 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 the fact that Robbie reconnected with Johnny in season four's f- finale was emotionally awesome to see.
Yeah. Yep. That was incredible. I
Yeah, I
love
do
that
agree.
scene. I really did. Okay, mine. Okay, this is gonna cause some controversy, but I'm ready
Dimitri,
for
right?
it. Okay, my third.
Dimitri, right?
What? No. No, actually, this is one that's actually better than
I'm just messing.
Dimitri. Yeah. This is one that's gonna cause some
Okay.
controversy, but I'm prepared for it because this character is not for some is not is overhated in my opinion. Um, Sam.
Oh,
I would I would say Sam is my third
oh, nice.
favorite.
Uh, she's it.
She's
Oh,
for
I'm
me
sorry.
like I thought
Go
she
ahead.
was good
I'm
and
sorry.
I thought I thought she was good in the first two high X IVSK. I thought she was good in the first season and even the second season. Like I didn't have a problem with her. Like I mean, like she wasn't bad. I mean, like she had a decent storyline. She had a decent storyline with Miguel. As Daniel's daughter. She wasn't for me. She wasn't like
Yeah,
hateable. She was just good. Season 3, that's where they really that's where they really brought me over to her corner. You know, they had all of the love drama take a back seat and they really allowed her to shine. Like, by giving her PTSD, by like having her rivalry with Tori a bit more front and center. All of the emotional struggles and trauma that she was dealing with and what she was feeling. Like you really felt for her and you really connected with her. And like her scenes with Daniel, like where they bonded over that. Daniel understanding more than anybody, like the kind of the kind of trauma like being in that kind of fight can be where somebody literally tries to kill you and just being too and understanding
yeah.
fear and what that can do. Like it really it really this that felt like the season that we were for the first time really getting in really getting introduced to her character for the first time. Okay, this is Sam LaRusso, not Daniel's daughter, not Miguel's girlfriend. This is Samantha LaRusso. And um it was really really nice seeing getting to see her character, getting to see who she is as a character. Now, where has that been since? That is that is anyone's question.
Um,
Like,
I think it's been hidden.
like, yeah, like, and the fact. Oh, and also the fact that she took over Miyagi Do in season 3, like, really stepping up as a sensei, like in her dad's place. Like that was really great to see. Now, where has that gone? That is anyone that like you said
Yeah,
that's been hidden
yeah,
because so far they have taken this character has been Sam has been sort of like an elevator. One season she's up, the next season she's down. Now season 5 she did like season 4 she was down. Like I really didn't like her in season 4. I mean I understood. I really understood where her character was coming from. I get it, Tori's to, Tori has made, Tori's gone after her and, bullied her and she's just, you know, so I get her. I understand why her action or her reactions to Tori. I don't agree with them, but I
Yeah, me
understand
too.
them. However, this was like what they did with her was like two steps backwards. Like that prom fight was ridiculous. It should never have happened. Or after prom fight, whatever. Season 5, I mean, the beginning she was all right. I mean, you get that she let everybody you get that she felt like she let everyone down, but they didn't really do much with that. Um and then, but uh, towards the end she okay, now I'm starting to think that this Hawk and XIVSK are the same people.
Yeah,
Because if you notice the arguments that if you notice the comments that they're making,
I do notice that.
I'm starting to think they're the same person. But but towards the end of season 5, like that's where she really like really grew. She that's where her development and growth was really showing. Like when she went over to Tori's house and saw her, and saw what Tori was dealing with, and her mom, like that, and her protecting Tori from Sensei Kim like that, like and then lead and and then basically leading the lady and basically leading the attack on Silver's dojo, trying to get like trying to get the evidence that they need to you know to to show the valley just the kind of sensei that Tori really is. That was really great. That was really where her growth and development were really shining. Is Yeah. But and they continued that on into season 6 and parts 1 and 2, which is great. I'm glad that they didn't like step back with her character. I'm glad they just kept it. I'm glad they just kept her
Yeah,
growing. My problem is that with all the growth and development, they didn't give her a storyline to go with it. They didn't give her an arc. She was just there.
yeah,
And it's like you have Sam as captain in part 2, but you're acting as if Robbie's the only captain. That's why I'm saying I wish Tori had been in Miyagi-Do, because she would have given Sam that push to be captain, to lead. Because in all honesty, she would have told Sam you have opportunities, and all these you have opportunities that I can only dream of, just open and available to you. You know, that I can only dream of, just be open and available to you, and you're wasting it. You're captain. You're like, I would have killed to be captain, and I would have killed to be captain, and you're just completely wasting it. You're following instead of leading, and we need you to lead. So it's either you take the lead. So it's either you start acting like captain. So it's either you start being captain and acting like you're captain, or take the headband off and take the headband off, because from where I'm standing, you're not worthy, because you're not acting as if you are.
yeah. Yeah. That's basically what Miguel said to Robbie, just not in those words.
Yeah, exactly. She would have told Sam. She would have told Sam, he's like, you have all these opportunities open to you that I can only dream of. I would have killed to be captain, to be and you have that chance, and you're completely wasting it. You're following instead of leading, and we need you to lead. So it's either you stop following and start leading, or take the headband off, because from where I'm standing, you're not worthy.
Yeah.
And and, and that's what would have given Sam the push that she needed to prove to show everyone that yes, she is.
um.
I just wish that they like my thing is I wish they would give her an
Yeah.
arc. I wish they would get like I love her growth and development, and like they I've s- I you know I haven't I've never s- I'll never stop loving Sam. I mean, there, like I said, there are seasons that I don't like her very much, but I'll never stop loving her. And I love the growth that they've given her, the growth and development that they've given her, especially in season 6. I just wish that they would give her an arc. I wish that to go with it. I wish that 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 I wish that they would just have her do something. You know, have her, not instead of having her do nothing. It's like having her be captain was a complete waste. And that's such a shame. This character is capable of doing great things, and you're not even showing
Yeah.
that. You're not. It's like you had an opportunity to show her as captain. You could have done all the things and shown all the things that you wanted to in part 2, but like there's like but you could have shown her her being captain where Robbie wasn't. Like there were scenes in part 2 that you could have cut, where you could have added, were showing Sam being captain, like her leading the team, her being a mentor to Devin. Like you could have shown, like there were so many scenes that I wish you like that you could have that you could have cut, that where you could have added that. Like honestly, the Hawk and Dimitri scenes for one could have gotten cut. I would have been fine
Yeah.
with
I
that.
agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, um, it's been an hour, so I am going to um go um like like 30 minutes more. So if you guys have any questions or theories, put them all in the chat, and and me and Melissa will uh answer them as best as we could. So put them in chat.
Yeah. All right. So who's your fourth favorite character? And we'll just we'll answer those as we're talking about this.
All right. Um, my favorite, my fourth favorite. Hmm, that is a hard one. Oh my god. My fourth favorite is Yaya.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um. l- l- like he is so funny. Um. Um. And she even tried. Um. And when she played as Billy the Kid, that had me
That was
dying.
hilarious. Um, okay,
I
Xander
yeah,
Stone fan? Sanderstone fan? No, I don't think they nerfed Hawk, but I do think that they made Hawk too cocky.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
No, I think Hawk was. I mean, I think Quan was perfect the way that he was because, like I said, his character served his purpose.
Yeah, Yaya is my fourth favorite character.
Yeah. All right, so my fourth favorite character is Robbie. I really like what they've done with this character. Like he's grown so much. He's arguably had one of the best arcs in the show. And it's like I love how they've shown it, especially in season 3. Like they've shown him as more than just a delinquent who just happens to be Johnny's son. Like he's really grown with that. And you could see that he is meant to be captain in part 2. What I mean, yes, he has his moments where they do stupid things with him, like having him stare at Tori when he should be focused. Like really. But all in all, it's like what Miguel said. Robbie is a born leader. You lead, we'll follow. And like that is basically Robbie in a whole. And the fact that and it also kind of foreshadows him being a sensei because that's what a sensei does. They lead.
Yeah,
And I love his mentorship with Kenny. Like that helped him really grow as a person and see what it means to be a mentor to somebody else and see how your actions affect other people. Robbie couldn't see that before Kenny. And when he did, it was like that's what motivated him to really turn things around and stop blaming everybody for his own mistakes and see how his mistakes and actions have affected and hurt others, not just him.
yeah,
And there's also and also arguably the most badass moment that we've ever gotten from any of the teen characters is him going nose to nose with Silver in season 5. Him like him looking Silver dead in the eye and showing him no fear was absolutely incredible. Like best the best most awesomest most badass thing that any character has ever done. I mean, not even Daniel has done that. Not even Daniel could do that.
y-
Like looking Silver dead in the eye and showing no fear. Like literally,
yeah,
no character has ever done that except for
yeah.
Bobby.
I give R- I give Robbie props for doing that.
Oh yeah, like showing no fear. Like seriously. And then him taking Quan out the way that he did. Like I knew when Tori told Robbie that Quan played him, there's nothing going on between him and Quan, between her and Quan. I From that look, when Robbie looked at Quan like that, the first thing I said was, "Quan, you're a dead man." Now, of course, I didn't mean
Yeah.
that literally in the next episode, but still, in that fight, Quan was done.
Um, a homeless Lynn had
He was done before the fight even happened.
um homeless Lynn has a question for you,
But
Melissa.
no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't have any kids. Um, so let's see. Let's catch up. Uh,
You guys are swerving over my comments completely and not reading what.
hold on. Let's see. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, this one
This.
question he asked, Xander Stone. This one question he asked. I heard Kwan's actors say they had Robbie and his fight even when when they changed the script to make it more of him being better than Kwan for the tournament for certain purposes. I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they did that because, in all honesty, they needed to show Robbie why he was captain in the first place.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they did that.
y- y- uh. y- Yeah, guys. I am sorry, but the chat is is just going way too fast.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we're not intentionally meaning to skip your comments, but so if you want to, if we do miss your comments, and if you want to put them again in the chat, we'll a second time we'll get to them as soon as we can.
But don't
Uh,
spam.
all right. So who's your fifth favorite character? Yeah, no spamming. Sorry about that. Yeah, no spamming. Okay. So underground, who's
Um,
your fifth?
my fifth has to be Aisha. Um,
Okay.
because Aisha is the most loyalist and truest friend to Sam, and 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 Aisha wasn't afraid to say what she felt. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no, she wasn't, and that's really good, and she gave Sam good advice in season 4.
and
Yeah, yeah, XIVSK. Absolutely. Yes, he did.
hopefully Aisha makes I yo dude, I hope so.
So,
I hope so too.
yeah, that would be cool. Um, alright, so um, my 5th, I would have to say is Daniel. Like, he's real like, we haven't seen it like, we haven't seen him, since Karate Kid Part 3, but he's really like he has really grown into being his own sensei. I mean, the only thing I really just didn't like him, he was trying way too hard to be just like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, way too much.
Instead of being his yeah, instead of doing things his way. Even Mr. Miyagi said that you need to teach your own way, not just my way. Uh and I think if he would have realized that sooner rather than later, like that would have been even better. I did, he has grown. He has grown. He has shown a lot of development. And he's had great arcs. I mean, in season 5 was his best arc because we all needed that season. You know, we all needed that season where it was Daniel's season because fans needed to remember that as much as this is Johnny's show, this is Daniel's universe. So he's just as important as to Cobra Kai to the show as Johnny is. In fact, maybe even a little bit. In fact, essentially, in the spirit of the matter, more important because without him, we wouldn't have a Karate Kid at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think season 5 served as a great reminder to that. It's Johnny's show, but it's Daniel's universe. Daniel is the OG Karate Kid. And I think like having him and Silver really go at each other and really help bring that back to light. And can we also just talk about his reunion with Robbie? Like that was incredible. That was really, really the best. And it was the most heartwarming too. Like when Robbie came back, like that's what Daniel needed. Like he needed Robbie to come back. He needed his first student to tell him, "You're not a failure. Look at everything you've done for me. I made I made mistakes. I made my own mistakes. And that's on me, not you. I didn't realize how hard it was to be a mentor until I started mentoring somebody myself.
Yeah. Um.
You brought out the best in me. It's because of you that I am who I am, that you gave me a second chance when nobody else would. And I'm sorry, like that scene where he was in Mr. Miyagi's room, like that was the best.
Yeah.
Like that was it's like what Daniel said, it was like opening up a time capsule.
Yeah. And and did
And
you
you know
feel?
what? Okay, as much oh, as wait, hold on. As much as I wish that as much as I feel like it was too far out of character for Amanda to leave Daniel, which I still agree with. I mean, I agree. I understand for story reasons why they did it. I felt like it should be Amanda that leads Daniel into that room. Like, and I'm glad she did because that
Yeah.
needed to happen. She needed to show that she finally understands what Daniel is dealing with. I mean, I'm sorry, like episode 4, like I understood where her character was coming from, but come on. Like after everything that has happened, you're gonna abandon Daniel when he needs your support the most. I would I The only thing I would have wished is I wish that they would have had an apology scene with Amanda saying, "I'm sorry I left. I shouldn't have done that. You needed my support and I didn't get it and I didn't give it, but I'm supporting you right now because
Yeah.
I didn't realize what you were I didn't realize what you were dealing with. I didn't understand I didn't understand it at the time, but I get it now. I should I'm giving you my support now. We need you back and we need you back in this fight. Yes, I know that I wanted you out of it, but now that I understand how much of a threat Silver is now, I'm fully on board with you going back. You need to do this for our kids and for our family." Definitely the season 4 tournament. I mean, I get Cobra Kai. I get Cobra Kai winning in season 1. That had to happen. But absolutely season 4, definitely.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so yeah, I wish that they would have had that scene. Like, I just feel it was too far out of character, Amanda leaving. Like, after if they would have had this in season 2, I would have agreed. I would have actually probably agreed with that. But after everything that she's been through, him, um, the house break in, her finding out that Daniel was not exaggerating at all about Crease, and then just dismissing him again after season 4 when it comes to Cobra Kai and Silver, to the point of actually like leaving Daniel and then taking the kids with her, was just basically abandoning him when he clearly needs her support, was just
and
very out of character.
yeah, and all it took was uh Jessica Andrews to snap
Oh yeah,
Amanda
she yeah.
back to reality.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she was the MVP. And you know something? This is where I give Chosen a lot of credit. Like, Chosen really stuck by Daniel's side, even when nobody else would. Like, he was really there for Daniel.
Yeah, he was.
And I'll say this again, I don't blame Sam for being with Amanda, because honestly, I don't think Amanda gave her a choice. I think if Sam had a choice, she would have stayed with Daniel. Like, she would have helped him. I don't think Amanda gave her a choice. I think she just told Sam we're leaving and that's it.
Oh, um and did you hear how peaceful the music was in in that scene where uh Daniel went inside Mr. Miyagi's room?
Oh god, that was so beautiful. That was so real. That was the best. That just really brought it all together. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
that's um I'll be honest, the music in that scene um took me back to Karate Kid 2.
Yeah.
Like
All
it
right,
was that
since we're just
powerful.
about yeah. Yeah, it was. Well, like it's like Daniel said, it's like opening up a time capsule.
Yeah.
All right, since we're almost done, I'm gonna get to my sixth character, and I'm gonna say Tori.
Oh,
Like, Tori is really Tori has really come a long way. Like, she went from a cartoon villain bully to one of the most sympathetic, most empathetic characters that the show has ever had. Like, she has really grown. She has really, really grown into her own character. And it's like she's become like one of the best.
yeah.
It's like to the point where even though we know she wasn't in season 1, she feels like she's been there since the beginning. She feels as though she was. That's how great her character has been. And it's like, if you would have told me in season 3 that I would be rooting for her, that she would become one of my most top favorite characters in the show, I would have thought that was ridiculous. But after season 4, like they really brought me over to her corner. Like, they didn't just make us sympathize with her, they made us understand her. And that was truly and that was truly incredible. Like the way that they did it was truly phenomenal. And season 6, episode 5 was Tori's episode. Like it was really Tori's episode. Like if you didn't think you could feel for Tori any more than you already have, you watch this episode because like you just it goes to levels you never thought you would. I mean, we all knew Tori's mom was going to die. We all knew that Tori needed to have that go through that arc, but the way Peyton List like portrays it is so unbelievable. Like you feel as though that character is real for the first time. It's just it's really incredible what they've been able to do with Tori. Like she arguably speaking, she has had probably the best out of the teens, the best growths in the entire in development and in the entire show itself out of the teens. She really has. It's it's like I mean, she's become one of the greats. And yes, honestly, I am hoping that Tori does win the Sekai Tech Guy. As much as it would make sense for Sam, I mean, and I did, and yes, I had, and yes, I did vote for Sam and Robbie in for it for the Sekai Tech Guy if they ended it in part two. I you know Tori definitely deserves it more. Like she really does. And like you hope that she's some that she you hope that she gets you hope that she gets the break that she deserves and just gets that ending that just gets that happy ending.
Yeah.
All right, what about you you underground to
Uh,
round it off? Who's your
uh,
6?
um, I would have to say, I would have to say, uh, Carmen.
Carmen? Okay.
Yeah. Um, and and I think you already know the reason why.
Yeah, I know that too. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hawk, Miguel and Tori winning is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. It really is.
Um. Um. We listed our favorite
Agree XIVSK.
characters, right?
Agree XIVSK. Where Robbie's story is gone now, he should Robbie should have won it in season 4. He should have won it, not Hawk. Hawk could have had like if honestly if I was having the writing the story, I would have had Robbie win it. I would have had Robbie and Sam win it and have Hawk's arc from that point, which I think would have been better. Him growing as a true fighter, him going the chosen route where he becomes a true fighter and learns what that truly means rather than him not grow as as a champion. That's just how I
Um.
would have done it.
Um. Um. Are you you gonna stay after the live stream, or you have something to do?
I mean, I'll stay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll stay. If you want to continue to talk after that,
All
after
right,
this,
all right, sounds good. Let's see. Um, all right, all right, guys. It's yeah, it's about that time. I am gonna we are gonna call it for for the podcast. I hope I hope everyone one I hope everyone liked the podcast and what was said, and we will see you next Friday on the podcast episode 7. And is there anything that you would like to say, Melissa, before we sign off?
just that I hope, just that I hope everybody has a great weekend, and hopefully on Monday we get a trailer for part 3.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Uh, we are signing off, and we'll see you next Friday for episode 21. And like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.